Here at the end of the year, it's the year-end show. I'm just making my social media posts, and, it's gonna be a bit of a special stream, although it's not gonna be a particularly interesting stream. I have a big tail. I have a big end. It is impressive. You're impressed. You're very impressed. Hello? We're just gonna do a 5-minute wait for, people to filter in, and then I will start my year-end show. I feel really good. I feel glad to finally be doing this. Like, I love these year-end shows a lot. And I love doing them. I love participating in them. I should do year-end shows more often. Like, I don't think we should wait until the end of the year. I should do one in, like, January. I should do one Actually, I could do one in January, given it's the end of the year of the dragon. It's the year of the snake next. So if you like snakes, it is your year. That's snake, not snack. I know some of you out there have trouble with this. Year of the It's true. Year of the Kurds. Hello, Kupo. Hello, Silver. Hello, Saria. Always good to see all ya. I'm always glad to be here. And, Snake! Snake! Look out, it's a snake! Yeah, that one's in there forever. That's never coming out. Fucking memes. Fucking meme-ass memes. Hello, Ernest. Mushroom, mushroom. It's already a good year. Thinking of Otacon. Oh, that snake. Right, yes. Good old Otaku Convention. One of the finest characters ever charactered. Ever caricatured. Otaku Convention is such a fun guy. Brainrot started... Brainrot started way the like... Here's a llama, there's a llama, and another little llama. Llama's taste of llama, llama. Or whatever it was, and, like... No, that one's in there forever, too. Well, maybe not verbatim. No, verbatim means forbidden. I cannot mark that as forbidden knowledge. I was once a treehouse, I lived in a rake. Zero Wing was the earliest brain rot you can read. I think... I can't actually remember much from BBS culture. Oh well. Was Arfin House before Zero Wing? I don't know dicks about Arfin House. Arfin House is outside my wheelhouse. For the record, you've got about 30 seconds before the end of the year begins. The beginning of the end is coming. You cannot stop it. You cannot evade it. You can probably parry it, because fucking people can parry anything. Arfin House 2000... Oh yeah, it was way before. Zero Wing was way before that. I'm pretty sure. I don't know. Anyway, let's go over to what is 100% my living room. This is absolutely not the place I broke into last year. Reversed. So why don't y'all come down here and sit on the arm of this couch? And I'm gonna turn off the music for now. I moved across. I did. It's the reverse room. It's the opposite of where I was last year. So hello, I'm just gonna stand in the center of this table and bounce up and down. That's all you're getting out of me this year. And I'm already gonna go off script because in my show notes here, I have my first line I have is general good wishes and hopes for a brighter future. And like I don't know, folks. I don't know if the future is going to be brighter. I actually have a script. I have a whole bunch of notes here. Anyway, I don't know if the future is going to be brighter this year. I was hoping it would be, and then I don't think it will be. But I am hoping that it is a livable future. I'm hoping we can plow through it. One thing that's been helping is I've been going back and reading the works of Hunter S. Thompson. And Hunter S. Thompson was a gonzo journalist who really did not approve of anything anyone was doing anywhere. And it's been very heartening to read somebody bitch and complain and moan about all the things that are bad in the world and realize that many of the same things are still bad in the world. They have either gotten better or at least not gotten worse. So, while I cannot provide good wishes and hopes for a brighter future, I can provide good wishes and hopes for a neutral future. And that's about the best you're getting out of me. I am going to start off with making some New Year's resolutions. I'm gonna resolve to do things. I have 10 New Year's resolutions here. Um, resolution number one. I want to be less lazy. I've been wanting to do more hard to capture games. I've been wanting to do games like the Evo game for the PC-88 or Sharp X6800 Lagoon. And I have not learned how to emulate those. And I could, but those are signs that I am becoming, if not lazy, then at least complacent. I've stopped learning how to capture hard to capture games. I've only ever done one Nancy Drew, and that is an unforgivable federal crime. I've stopped learning new emulation techniques. I've slacked on making the stream better. I gotta just do that stuff. So that's resolution number one. Just do the stuff. If I want to do something, do it. Resolution number two. I'd like to try messing around with a cheap 3D model sometime this year. I'd like to grab a webcam and a stock Moogle, because we live in a world where people make stock Moogles, and just slum around in it for a bit. Now, I will say this. I want a model that looks, like, flexible and good. There's this, my reference here is, there's this furry called Cooper Tom. Holy shit, that comes up right behind my head. Okay. There's a furry called Cooper Tom. And I'm gonna mute this so I don't get copyrighted, but his ears and his whiskers are the most fucking expressive things I've ever seen on a 3D model. And if I can't get my ears and I can't get my whiskers to be at least as expressive as this, there is no point in me going 3D. Look at those things. Goddamn. Cooper Tom, you are amazing. Anyway. That's what I want to experiment with when it comes to 3D modeling. If I can't get my ears that flexible, that expressive, that emotive, then there's no point in me having a 3D model. I might as well just keep the 2D model. Resolution number 3. I'd like to get through at least 5 more long JRPGs, 2 Mega Mans, a Maze of Gallius, and a Castlevania this year. Now, I do not specifically mean Hello, Jaffa. I do not specifically mean, like, those games, by name. When I say I'd like to get through 2 Mega Mans, I mean I'd like to get through two side-scrolling platformers that involve a lot of shooting and precision platforming. When I say I want to get through a Castlevania, I mean I want to get through an exploratory Metroidvania experience. When I say a Maze of Gallius, I mean a labyrinth of secrets. And it sounds like a lowballing, but imagine each JRPG I play takes a month. That's 5 months out of the year. Now imagine they take 2 months. That's 10 months out of the year. Set aside another month for events like Demo Fest or Sage. That's another month gone, and we're down to 1 month out of the year, and it's basically over. We're in 2020. We're in 2026. What I was reading my New Year's resolutions. We're in 2026 already. Year's over. So time just explodes past. So I'm leaving myself a lot of leeway on that one. Is it 2027 yet? Okay. New Year's resolution number 4. I've been really inspired by Dogi. I want to plow through a wall. Absolutely crush that sucker. Just straight through. New Year's resolution number 5. I want to follow more furry pornographers on Beesky, on Blue Sky. I think that would be really good for my mental health. Furry porn is nice. I'd like to look at more of it. New Year's resolution number 6. I would like to kill and eat a god. Not a major religion-defining god. I don't want to murder Buddha or anything, although I understand if you meet him on the road, you are supposed to. I just want to go out in the woods and find, like, a minor shrine or something. Something nobody's worshipped for, like, a century. Kill and eat the god. Little tiny god. I'm not that hungry. Resolution number 7. I want to get less timid about following through on things. Don't quick save and reload as much. If there's a village that needs to be wiped out because I stole something and I got caught, let's murder them all and live with our crimes. So, there's that. Commit murder. Resolution number 8. I don't think my ears and tail are big enough. I need bigger fucking ears. I need a bigger tail. Smaller me. Bigger ears, bigger tail. I'm gonna become a sailboat this year. When did I fucking write these? um, Resolution number 9, no shame. Just leave shame behind. I'm not interested in shame anymore, it's boring. And, resolution number 10, more dragons. Obviously. We need more dragons. So those are my New Year's resolutions. I wrote those at like 3 a.m. and I don't think I looked at them once before I... Okay. Streaming this year. It went really well. I feel really happy with the games we played. Oh shit, 1 second. Hold on, hold on, hold on. Okay, there we go. I did not have Firebot open. So if anybody redeemed anything that involves sound effects, I missed that, sorry. Suggest a game, maybe this will be the year I get back into IFComp. I'm gonna note that down. I don't know if I will, but I am gonna note that down. There we go. Where was I? Okay. Streaming this year went extremely well. I feel really happy with what I played, and there were very few low moments. Although there were a few, and we will cover them in the year review. Sometimes I have to admit, I get depressed. And I feel like I want to quit streaming, but the way I can tell that's depression is because the moment I start feeling better, I'm like, oh wow, I feel good. I should stream video games about it. And that's how I know that it's just the depression talking. So, I want to do this. I want to stream video games to people for as much of the rest of my life as I can get away with. It's great. I'm enjoying myself. This is apparently my listed job now on insurance forms, which is great. Already added Infamy. Oh, right. Okay, yes, I did. Um, Oddly enough, Celine, uh, it looks like I have Infamy on here twice. So you may have already paid for it in the past? Why do I have this on here? Okay, well, that's great. Yeah, it's Infinities. That, sure. Ah, yeah, this is where I want to be. This is my element. This is what I want to do. Um, that said, I do want to stop making up rules about what I can and can't play. Like, I've been saying for a long time, what I want to do is showcase indies and oddities here on the channel. And I've been playing stuff like Mass Effect, Chrono Trigger, Starfield. That is me lying to myself. Because I say I want to showcase obscurities and indies. But what I want to showcase here on the channel is video games. I want to play video games. I like indies and I like obscurities. But fuck it, let's play Final Fantasy. You know? It's fine, there's no rules. I'm allowed. And you're allowed. And speaking of being allowed, one thing I kind of want to do, which I am not set up for yet, and I don't know how to set it up quite yet, but I do want to set it up, maybe using this scene, is I want to bring back that round table we had at the end of King of Prussia, where we all sat around and talked about like the themes of the game and how we rated it and what we thought of it, and I noted all that stuff down in a text file. I want to get out a notepad and I want to talk about these games more. I want to not just consume them. I want to be thoughtful about them. And then at the end of the year review shows, we can bring out the notes and like look at what we all thought. Maybe, I don't know. It's a thought. I don't know if I'll carry through with it. Like it's something. Um all right. I guess next on the to-do list is how much do I want to dig into the meta? That is a very good question. I suppose I would rather discuss things that people actually feel here in the stream over things that people feel out there on the internet. But that is a very good question. And, of course, there's authorial intent to explore. There's cut content sometimes. I don't know. It depends on how much work I want to put in. And right now, I haven't wanted to put in any work, unfortunately. I do want to revamp some scenes. I do want to get stuff working. And that is part of it, but it won't be here in the first few months. Like, throughout January, I'm definitely not prepared. Right. So I am going to look back at my YouTube uploads. And let's take a look at what we did last year. And it looks like we started the year off playing Space Station Silicon Valley. And what a fucking pantload that was. I'm mostly kidding. Like, it was not great. It was okay. There was like 1/3 of a good game in there. And then there wasn't anymore. That was a very trolling, mean game in places. And, woof, what a game. Like, I'm not upset we played it. But to this day, that is the only N64 game we've played on this channel. And that's a legacy. Looks like after that we were playing we were in the middle of Wild Arms 3, and Wild Arms 3 was the game that taught me that we can make it through long RPGs. That was the game that taught me that playing to a guide isn't always so bad. It was the game that taught me that my will is strong. And we can always find anything if we scan hard enough. And also that some dragons are transformers. And that was fucking fantastic. Wild Arms 3 was a blast. And I want to play the rest of the Wild Arms series. I kind of do. While that was going on, we played Interior Worlds. I discovered this year, or last year, yeah, this last year, that liminal space games, when they are non-threatening and not full of goony monsters that will bite the fuck out of you, I discovered that liminal space games are fantastic. I genuinely enjoy them. As long as they are also harmless and non-threatening. So, developers, get on that, I guess. Make more games specifically for me. Speaking of liminal space games that are non-threatening, an airport for aliens, currently run by dogs. Which I loved so much, I made a goddamn stupid meme video for it. Is it still muted? You know, I don't think I ever added a sound thing for this. I never added audio output to this scene. Give me a second. Non-threatening and still be a Goonie monster that bites. I think that's threatening. I'm sorry, I would count that as mildly threatening. Like, fun, though. But... Okay, what am I... How do I get sound here? What the hell am I doing? Okay, hold on. Hold on, Can I just play it over here and have sound?
Like Grandma.
Hello, Dottie. It's me, Pee-wee.
Where are you calling from?
Texas.
Where?
Honest. Listen, I'll prove it.
The stars at night are big and bright. Deep in the heart. Texas.
Rest in peace, Paul Rubens. Thank you for allowing me to borrow you very briefly. Anyway, I needed to make that video. I needed to. That video intruded on my thoughts at 3 a.m. until I got out of bed and made that video. So, that was... Anyway, let's see. After that... Zork Grand Inquisitor! So far, the only Zork game we've played on this channel. Likely to remain that way for a while. I should really pick up Return to Zork. I should pick up Zork Nemesis. I should, figure out text-to-speech. So we can listen to a neutral voice read us about Flood Control Dam number 3. Tried playing TTS with DOSBox and it didn't happen. Damn it. Hold on, I am opening a new drink. Alright. But Zarkrian Inquisitor was a blast. I really love that game, and I'm glad to have shared it with you all, and maybe we ought to save. After that was Another Code Recollection. We're into February. Another Code Recollection. That was a long collection of games. Thank you very much. I am saved. Another Code Recollection, not the game of the year for me, but one of the games of the year, I think. It's rare that we get that kind of thoughtful point-and-click adventure game and it was remade by Arc fucking System Works. I can't believe that, still. Anyway, at that point it was Squirrelmonk Demo Fest, and gosh darn it, there were a lot of demos this year. I am just gonna skim past the demo events. But, oh, you know, maybe I should be noting down how many games we played each month. I don't care. I don't care how many games we played each month. Time Spinner! You know, Time Spinner was okay. It's not my favorite Metroidvania. It was okay. One thing I saw that Zaruthian mentioned on his stream is the idea of a time splitter randomizer that shuffles the weapons around. And given the combinatorial weaponry of that game, I think that would add a lot of variety to it. I think that would be a lot of fun to mess with. Time Splitter, genuinely good Metroidvania, not my favorite, but I liked it. And it was a good prep for Chrono Trigger later on, I think. If I had thought about it, I would have tried to line Time Spinner up with more time travel games. Oh well. Trials of Mana. Trials of Mana. I can't even not do it when I don't. Trials of Mana did irreparable damage to my fucking vocabulary. Thanks, Charlotte. It literally modified my verbiage for the rest of my life. I'm gonna be on my deathbed like, Trials of Mana! Ugh. You're welcome! Well, thank you! Trials of Mana, help. Ugh. That earwings are, I had to, yeah. The earwings of Tails. Oh, it looks like I did follow Time Spinner with an appropriate game. Because we played Nancy Drew, Secret of the Old Clock. To date, that is the only Nancy Drew we've played. And I want to rectify that in the new year. I want to play more Nancy Drews. Because Nancy Drew is great. We're already into March, by the way. After that came Cavern of Dreams. The little rolling dragon that could. Charlotte will forever Charlotte will always kick at. We made her a warlock or something. And that meant she was like the debuffing powerhouse. Anyway, Cavern of Dreams. What can I say about Cavern of Dreams? Cavern of Dreams was beautiful as a game to play. But it was also fantastic as how do I put this? For having so much stuff out of bounds. For having so much stuff secreted away in little alcoves or outside the level boundaries or God, it was just so exploration focused. I could not stop trying to find stuff in that game. I got really into that. And remember, I uploaded a little side video at the very end to get the last 2 cards. That was fun. Every now and then I will upload those little Omakai videos. Omake? Omake? Side videos. I did it for Klonoa, I did it for Cavern of Dreams. You have to follow me on YouTube. If you want those. That game legit broke my heart when I accidentally bapped a sibling. Oh god, it did. I felt like a monster. Normally I wouldn't care. I felt like a monster here. It was the worst. After that, On Guard. Video number 2 for On Guard is simply titled, Dark Souls Should Let You Kick People Downstairs. And you know what? I stand by that. I stand by it. Dark Souls should let you kick people downstairs. That's the flaw in Dark Souls. What came after that? Shadows of Destiny. I think a lot of the best games we played this year. Time Spinner, Shadow of Destiny, Chrono Trigger, they all involve time travel. Not something I did intentionally, but like even it, I don't know. Shadow of Destiny was definitely one of the greatest games I've played this year. And I felt so good about finally getting to show all of the endings, even if it took save file fuckery. The number one thing that I really loved most about Shadows of Destiny, though, was you guys. Because I was reading all of your theories as they were in chat. I was looking at, like, all of your connections, your ideas, and that was the best damn thing. Because that game is designed to make you go, what the f*** is happening? And it did. And as somebody who knew what was going on, watching you folks go nuts over it was just magic. As someone who knew what was going on, I was the most lost of us. I was. Would have been the year for Live Alive. Oh, man. If I could go back and, like, jam a 6-foot spike of ice through my head and eradicate my brain, and then grow my brain back and play Live Alive again, I would. I wish I could, lobotomize myself and then play Live Alive again. In a good way. In a good way. Not like a bad, painful owl way. Good way. And then I would lobotomize myself again to get rid of the ending. Ooh, boy. Star Ocean Second Story R came right after Trials of Mana. Speaking of games I did not experience blind, but kind of experienced blind, Star Ocean Second Story R was one of the strongest RPG experiences. I don't know if it... Did I like Star Ocean Second Story R more than I liked Star Ocean Second Story for the PlayStation? That is an impossible choice. They're both so good at what they do. And the remake is smoother, and the original is crunchier, and I don't know. But peanut butter? Yes. You know, peanut butter was my childhood nickname. Believe it or not, because I ate so much of it. Thank you. Creepy was never my childhood. Well, it may have been. I might just not have known. Not because the logs level lit my... I was surrounded by Samoyeds as a kid, so... I moved among snowdrifts. That concludes March. In April, we started Touch Detective. My audio cues aren't kicking in. Oh, why in the hell? Device not connected or available. My entire fucking penis. One moment. What do I need to set this to? I'm just gonna tab over here real quick. Default. Okay. Alright, one second. One second.
Let's go, Weepy!
Y'all hear that? Okay, you hear it through my thingammy. What about if I do a redeem?
Let's go, you guys!
Alright, good. It's back. Cool. Hello, West. Hello, West. Hello, motherfucking Charlotte. Wild of Nana. Hello, Rest. I can words. Okay, Touch Detective was the sensory autism. I think Mackenzie is the autism rep everybody needs. Mackenzie is... I love her as a character. She's great. Then we go through to April 13th, where we hit Islets, or Islets. And you know, that was one of a handful of Metroidvania. You know, for the words me are saying redeem, you kind of need to have words for me to say. I can't just for a period. Anyway, Islets was a lot of fun. Not really that remarkable. After that was Umurangi Generation. Wow, what a jump. What a jump we made. Mayori Jellyfish Evangelion. I watched a Nitro Rad video the other day. He was doing Tak and the Power of Juju, which seems like an interesting sort of platformer adventure game. Might show up here someday. But he was wearing an Umurangi Generation t-shirt, and I noticed that with some pleasure. I'm glad. I'm glad of that. After Umurangi Generation was Tai the Tasmanian Tiger. And you know what? I was just looking at Tai the Tasmanian Tiger 2. I was looking at that in my Steam inventory, in my Steam library, like, is it time? Is it time? And Tai the Tasmanian Tiger 2 had one of my favorite clips, which I'm going to see if I can access without accidentally broadcasting myself on stream. I'm going to see if I can manage to not stream myself accessing myself. Where's my fucking clips? No, I don't want to report my own stream, you fuck. Where are my clips? Dig. Okay. Views, high to low. I know it's one of the higher viewed clips. But it was one of my favorite clips of the year. And I'm looking for it now. There it is. Is there a... Can I... Sucks. Alright, I got it. I fished it out. Mugs on film. But yeah, it was, hopefully the sound will work on this. Sound is not working for me on this. Why not? Because it's muted. Tab's muted.
I reckon you deserve this, Ty. It's a little something from the department to thank you for all your trouble.
You beauty!
I love how you can see him creeping up from behind Ty. Very slowly during the cutscene. And then pow! Right in the back of the head. Beautiful. Beautiful. 10 out of 10. No fucking notes. After that was Nightcats, Leaves on the Road. One thing that I wanted to do was do more hidden object games. And wow, I never really did many hidden object games this year, did I? You beauty! Ty never walked again. I want to do more hidden object games. I never did more hidden object games. Shame. After that, we started Steve Jackson's Sorcery. 4 long game books. 4 very long game books, and we got through them, even if I had to cheat and hack the save file at the very end. It was worth it, and I'd like to do more Final Fantasy, Fighting Fantasy game books this year. I kind of splurged and went ahead and bought a few more on Steam. And there's this one that I've been looking at. This one Fighting Fantasy thing that I've been looking at. I don't know if it will actually be any fun to play at all. But I've been thinking about playing it.
Welcome to...
Am I in the web browser? Yeah. It's Death Trap Dungeon, the interactive
Dungeon
video adventure.
You will attempt what has become known as the Wall. Dice will be rolled to determine your...
This guy sits in a big leather armchair and just makes faces at you judgmentally and reads the book to you.
skill, stamina, and luck scores.
Take a breath and jump deep in. If your trial you hope to win.
And I think this looks like the funniest shit. It's an FMV adventure game about a man sitting in a big, comfortable armchair reading you a book. And I really want to play this one. I've been holding back on playing this one. Stars Eddie Marsden from Fast and Furious, Presents Hobbs and Shaw, Deadpool 2. I don't know who the fuck Eddie Marsden is. Eddie Marzipan. Marzipan. I don't know who that is, but he's gonna read us a book. And I'm gonna do that sometime this year, I think. Yeah, as long as I don't forget. I might forget. I'll probably forget. Oh well. Cars Maranki's Dark Blades. Yeah! Let's see. We finished up Ty. We did Ys 1 and 2. Ys 1 and 2. Oh boy. We're gonna do the entire Ys series. You folks know that, right? The entire series. Can you believe it? I don't know if I have anything left to say about Ys 1 and 2. I mean, we bump systemed the crap out of some stuff, didn't we? We just bump system everything. It was great. Elephantasy. I got really frustrated with Elefantasy by the end. I still like Elefantasy, but I got frustrated by the end. I don't know. I'm not real eager to jump on the sequel. It's a maybe. It's a strong maybe, but I kind of want to get some more distance from that one. It was okay. It was fine. I like Labyrinth of Secrets games. I just felt like maybe... I don't even want to say that it could be better clued. I feel like it was clued. I guess I just wasn't feeling it at the time. Let's see. After that was Niv Adventure. Celine bought that for me as like a Christmas gift or something ages ago. Glad to have finally played it. Niv is adorable. I'm glad that there's going to be a sequel. I forget what the sequel's called. What is the sequel? Does it sequel to Znu? How the fuck do you spell this? New Adventure. What was the sequel to this? Zid Adventure. Right, okay, Zid is at least easier to say. I'm glad of that. But yeah, New Adventure was... Sniff Adventure was adorable. Felt really good. Good point and click. Everybody in that game hated each other so much. Everybody was so sarcastic. Everybody was a sarcastic bitch. Amazing game. Up All Night with Aunt Zivey playing open BOR Brawl 'em Ups. I do want to do more of those in the future. More like one-off stupid streams. I want to put my underwear on my head and stream all night. Terra Memoria. Terra Memoria is showing up in a lot of lists here at the end of the year for like best game you overlooked. And almost all of them mention the Breath of Fire series in some way. I don't think Terra Memoria was anything like Breath of Fire, honestly. It had furries. That's as far as the comparison goes. But it was good. It was good. It was great. I did not engage with the town building even a little bit. Oh well. Then we're into June Steam Next Fest. And if I recall correctly, June Steam Next Fest is where we found, the tackle box. What was the tackle box connected to? The Big Catch. And the Big Catch was this lavishly animated PS2 style platformer about using a fishing rod as a grappling hook and all kinds of stuff. And that was easily one of my favorite things this year. I kind of want to go back to the tackle box and just try to play all the way through it. Because it's a real ass game, even if it's like a demo. It's still a real ass game. That ass is real. And you can play with it. I really hope the developer never hears that. After Sniff Adventure in Terra Memoria. Stray Gods Orpheus. Not as good as Stray Gods. Gonna put that out there. Not as good as Stray Gods. Great side story, though. Way too short. Tom Hardy's influence was all over the place, though. Be given Atlas configuration. Oh, god, yeah, please. I am gonna mod Atlas to bust the sliders. I am gonna have titties like a fucking parade float. You can't stop me. I'm sorry, what were we talking about? Right. Stray Gods Orpheus. Very good little mini-game. Tom Hardy's influence was obvious. Mass Effect. What can I fucking say about Mass Effect? it affected me a lot, even more so here with you guys. And modding the shit out of
Commander,
it.
you've received a new message at your private terminal.
Not right now, Kelly. I'm talking about Mass Effect. I'm gonna answer Kelly every time she says that. Anyway, Mass Effect. I love that series so much. I gotta get to Andromeda. Andromeda's gonna happen sometime. Maybe not this year. It is an open world game, so it will take approximately 600 years to beat. Sonic Adventure! God, I was running Sonic Adventure and Mass Effect right next to each other. How did you people survive? I still love Sonic Adventure. All's well that ends well. Tails people died. Immediately after that, Sonic Adventure 2. Easily one of my favorite, Sonics. And we went from that straight into Sonic Frontiers. And I fucking wish Sonic Frontiers... I fucking wish the DLC had not alienated me and tried to fucking kill me. Knuckles, you suck. Knuckles, you're the worst. Yeah, the difficulty curve came right up and spiked me right in the butt. I did not get on well with that difficulty curve. But I am glad we got to the end of that, and I'm glad we saw it ending. And I'm sad we didn't see the DLC ending, but it was... That DLC was the capper on what was otherwise a great experience. Inazuma 11 Victory Road Story Mode Demo. I am so hyped for Inazuma 11 Victory Road to come out. We are gonna bring soccer back to life with our bare hands. Oh my god, August. We started Guild Wars 2. Hey, you folks remember Guild Wars 2? I was playing Guild Wars 2 for a while. And I stopped playing it for a bit, and I'm sorry about that. The disconnects got a little much for me. I am gonna get back into Guild Wars 2. We have a lot of expansion pack content to see. And I want to play through it. So, there will be more Guild Wars 2. Alright, I'm gonna be real. It halfway stopped because of disconnects and other technical issues. And it halfway stopped because I could not handle staying up that late anymore. Like, my medical stuff was starting to kick in, and I couldn't fucking deal with it. Medical stuff makes it really hard to stay awake when you need to be, or makes it really hard to get out of bed when you need to. So, that's a pain in the ass. But Guild Wars 2 will return. Also, Touch Detective 1.5. With the best thumbnail I've ever captured for a YouTube video. Yep. Touch Detective 2 managed to be even fucking crazier than the first one. I don't know what Touch Detective 3 is going to be like, but that is still... It's still right there. It's still waiting for us. I still have the cartridge in my system. I haven't really used my Switch that much this year. But... oh boy. Can't wait to find out. After that was What the Golf. in which we learned that everything was golf. And golf is everything. And everything is golf. And science cannot explain golf. This is golf. This too is golf. And then Sage. Another Sage. No, we only had two, we had 2 Next Fests and a Sage. And that took up a week, and Sage sold me on Yellow Taxi Goes Vroom, which is also in the coming soon pile, hopefully. We're starting to catch up. We are in September, folks. We're in September. And that means we were playing Lagoon. And God, I want to play Sharp 6800 Lagoon. Because it is different than SNES Lagoon. And SNES Lagoon was a torture device, but it was a torture device, like, in a fun way. Like, I was like, yay, torture. Woo! Some of the bosses were absolute stone-plated, stone-ground, mustard-licking motherfuckers. But, again, in a good way. I enjoyed Lagoon. Lagoon was genuinely fun, and I still don't know how any of what we did fixed the water system. We did a lot of stuff, and I don't know. Also, a lot of my Lagoon thumbnails are game over screens, which I think is very funny. After that was Lunacid. The Lunacid story is not yet over. They keep saying that in all of their posts, all of their updates. Lunacid continues. And I'm looking forward to whatever expansion pack they're working on. Lunacid also pissed me off a little because there was an awful lot of walking through dark places in a big maze that had no map. And given that I love dungeon crawlers, that's going to be a problem in the future. But I think that's okay. It's fine. Wonder Boy the Dragon's Trap. Game that means a ton to me. And this year, Wonder Boy the Dragon's Trap means an absolute ton to me. And I am going to be playing Monster Boy and the Cursed Kingdom this year, I think. And Monster Boy and the Cursed Kingdom is a spiritual sequel to Wonder Boy. And it's a game that I found really important to me. I really loved it. So I'm looking forward to that. After that, Robot Alchemic Drive. Speaking of games that turned out to be important to me, bread and water soup is a proper meal. For now. I don't know. A Robot Alchemic Drive, at a time when I was kind of doubting, like, could I keep doing this in a way that matters? Like, Robot Alchemic Drive reached into my heart and went, yeah, you can. Robot Alchemic Drive gave me a lot of courage to keep going. Because I feel like Robot Alchemic Drive was just an absolute beacon of joy in October. We all needed a pickup. And Robot Alchemic Drive delivered. With its great big robot hands. CarQuest. I was unnecessarily mean to CarQuest. I was unnecessarily mean to CarQuest at the start of it. I mellowed out for the last couple episodes, but I still feel bad about that. CarQuest was a perfectly fine game, and I just got snarky about, like, the narrator. I'm never good with tutorials. If a game has too many tutorials, I always get kind of twitchy. Oh, there were 3 Steam Next Fests, because there's a Next Fest right after CarQuest. There are 3 Steam Next Fest? Okay. I gotta remember that. There's 4 events. Next Fest, Next Fest, Next Fest, and Sage. No wonder I feel so busy in the at the start and end of the year. Anyway, I deeply apologize to CarQuest. That was a thing. Oh man, Eve 10, Nordics. They're re-releasing Nordics, and I don't know how I feel about that. They're, like, immediately turning around and going, okay, we made expansion pack content for Nordics. And it feels like a complete game as it is. I don't know. I will be doing the expanded re-release of Nordics, but I will not be doing the re-release of Nordics until we've done every other Eve game. Like, I think that's an appropriate compromise. Until it's time to go back and, play that again. Oh boy, it's the end of October and we're starting Spyro the Dragon. Spyro the Dragon, between Eve 10 Nordics and Spyro the Dragon, I learned to let go a little bit of 100% fanaticism. I like 100%ing games like that, but it occurred to me that I don't need to, like, push to do it if I'm not feeling it. And after, like, 3 months of Spyro, I wasn't feeling it. And I did allow myself to just drop Spyro 3 and not do all the skill points and just move on. And that felt good. Remember, you're allowed. Whatever you want to do, you're allowed to do it. So it's Eve and Spyro all the way through November. All the way through November. All the way through December. And here at the very end is Chrono Trigger. And it's 9,000 copyright claims from some fucking Brazilian music group that has nothing to do with Chrono Trigger. Fuck your mother. Absolutely fuck your mother. Warner Chappelle, União Brasileira de Editores de Música. Fuck all of your mothers. With someone else's penis. But Chrono Trigger was a thing of beauty. I knew it was a thing of beauty. It's always been one of my favorite games, and that game matters to me a lot. And now it matters to you a lot, I hope. And that's it. And we're at the end. We actually wrapped up all of our games this year. Whether we're playing on January 2nd or the 3rd or the 4th, I haven't decided when I'm starting yet. I'm probably going to leave the 31st and the 1st alone. But whenever we start playing again, it will be with something new. And what do I want to play in the next year? More Falcom. Absolutely. I want to play more Falcom games. And I don't think anybody here will object to that. More RPGs in general, more indies, more collectathon platformers. I kind of want to get to, like, Clive and Wrench or Banjo-Kazooie or that re-release of Yooka-Laylee. They're re-releasing Yooka-Laylee in a fixed-up version. That's something. Adventure games. I haven't really played many adventure games. More weird stuff like the Brawler streams, stuff that, goes for a while. I want to try to one-credit clear Streets of Rage 2 again. Way back when I was younger, I one-credit cleared Streets of Rage 2 with Max, the big wrestler dude. I don't have any video proof of that. So I want to try and get it on video. I want to see if I can do that again. I don't know that I'll be able to do it, but I kind of want to give it a shot. Just for the sake of it. FMV games. I love FMV games. FMV adventure games. More Guild Wars 2, obviously. UFO 50. I do want to beat a few games in that, set it aside. come back. I want to pick a UFO 50 over the course of the year. We only have 52 weeks, man. That's not enough. That doesn't feel like enough. Like I said, one of my most desired games at the moment is Sharp 6800 Lagoon. I've been slacking and working out that emulation. I know RetroArch can run the X6800 OS. I've just been slacking on actually getting it set up. So, that's something to do. In general, more indies, more commercial games, more retro games, more new games, longer games, shorter games. We will play video games here on this channel. We're going to play video games. And there's your prediction for the future. Video games will happen, and we will be here to witness them. And that is the end of what I have scripted out. If you guys want to do an impromptu, like, ask me. If you have anything you want to ask me. Dead Tomb. Does that even emulate? Like, I thought that didn't... I thought that was, like, unrippable or something. Don't get me wrong, I'm adding it to the list. But I think Dead Tomb would take about, like, 10 minutes, because we've already played it. I can probably just whip through it. Anyway, like I said, that's the end of my script. If anybody has anything they'd like to say, or anything they'd like to ask me, or anything they'd like to... I don't know, anything. Feel free. If not, we are largely done here. And how do I keep my tail so floofy? Conditioner. And also, there's like a pocket dimension in there. And the air is constantly billowing outward, and that makes it extra fluffy. Technically, I guess I might contain antimatter. You should probably be careful with that, but I'm sure it's fine. How many chess pieces have I consumed this year? Oh, I'll never admit to that. About 106. We have to keep buying new chess boxes. Chess boards. Did you know that they won't just sell you, like, individual pawns? I think there should be, like, a deck-building chess, like, where you select your chess pieces, and then you eat them, and that's the game. Chess Latro! Oh, no. How many licks to the Tootsie Roll center of a Tootsie Pop? I don't know. I keep biting them. People tell me you're not supposed to bite. I bite them. I just crunch right down on those fuckers. I remember trying to determine that as a kid, and I got over, like, 300. And then I bit, and just... I never tried again. If you weren't supposed to... Is there a game I'm looking forward to most? On my to-do list? I'm gonna take to-do list as the request list. And looking over it, I immediately see Mega Man Legends 2, which I am looking forward to. Silver Star has Dragon's Egg for the TurboGrafx 16. I've always been curious about that. Keldon wanted King Colossus. And I've never even heard of that, and it looks fantastic. It looks like one of those lavish Genesis games that... I don't know, you just... Oh, any game I'm planning to do in the future... What is my most look forward to game? Jesus Christ. I don't know. My most look forward to game. See, if I knew, I would have played it by now. I'm like quietly opening Steam in the background to look at what I have here. Man, I don't know. If I knew, I would have played it. Okay, here's one. Here's one that I've really been looking forward to. I'm gonna have to open this in the browser. Whoops. Oh, God, what the hell did I just do to my layout? Why is everything over there now? Okay, no, that's fine. I just pushed a button. Is there anything special? One from us? I don't know. Keep showing up. I just want so much money. I don't know. Anyway, one game that I'm really, really looking forward to playing is this game called Natsumon.
Summer vacation in the Japanese countryside. Different, yet somehow familiar. The thrill and anticipation. Of being 10 years old. Every encounter, a new friendship. Every day, a new experience. Every moment, a new memory.
So yeah, this is one of the games that I am most thinking of. I think it would probably suit a summer atmosphere better, but Natsumon 20th Century Summer Kid looks really good, and I've kind of been looking forward to it. Anything from Space Lizard, Sun Geezer Software. Okay, yeah, there is that. I miss the sunrise as always possible. Celine, you don't have one. This makes your 17th entry on the to-do list. I'm just saying. I probably really should actually start doing some of these games that are on the to-do list. Well, I probably actually should play one or two of them one day. Maybe. No, I think I'll just keep collecting suggestions. Let's see. Is there anything that you want from you guys? I don't really know what I would say to that. I guess all I can say is do keep bringing me suggestions. I swear that I'll play them eventually. It's just that, I have so many ideas. There are so many ideas. Ultima 3. Oh man, not Ultima 4. Ultima 3 Exodus. Oh, do you mind if it's like NES Ultima 3? I'm gonna roll up a party of fuzzies. The battle song is stuck in my head. See, you can try to get one over on me, but I'm gonna get one over on you. Nothing else to do with them besides jump scaring me with sound effects. That's true. Speaking of sound effects. Okay. Thanks, Karja. I don't know. I feel like this is... If there's no other business...
was suddenly open to me, and I began to realize how boring my life was.
Wow. Okay. On that delightful note... if there's nothing else, I'm fine with wrapping up. If there is anything else, speak quickly or forever hold your peace. And I will probably be back on the 2nd or 3rd. I guess I might as well show off a quick preview of what I'm thinking of playing. On the... I am thinking of playing Omno, which is a very glowy, very sweet-looking game about a kid whose head is some kind of paper bag. And he's off on a magical journey-style adventure. So, yeah, that's probably going to be what we come back to. Whoop. I'm also thinking of Soul Blazer, because I want to stab a whole bunch of stuff. And Soul Blazer is really good at letting you stab stuff. And it has a fucking awesome bass line. You're gonna love that. Anyway, Omno, Soul Blazer, those are probably gonna be what I end up playing when we come back from whenever. Or whatever. When whatever happens, happens. And whatever happens continues to happen. And it does it in chronological order. I still haven't decided which game goes on which night. Whether it's weekend Omno or weekday Omno and weekend Soul Blazer. I don't know. I'll figure it out. That's the end of the year. Should old acquaintance be forgot and never brought to mind? Something, suck my butt. We're here for Auld Lang Syne. Have a good new year, everybody.
Explain, preferably through rap.
No. Goodbye. I refuse. Good night, everybody.